Hey guys, and welcome to Hone Your Craft. I'm Robert Peterpaul, and right now we're outside the Brooke Atkinson Theater, which is home to the current Spring Awakening Broadway revival. Join us as we go backstage and hang out with Katie Boeck in her dressing room. You won't want to miss it. Katie, thank you so much for having us.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Welcome to Hone Your Craft. We are in Katie's dressing room right now, backstage at Spring Awakening. It's a really lovely spot.
Yeah, we've done some nice nesting in here.
What's your favorite part?
Well, we just got these like really amazing little like fan posters that we just
Those are
put up,
awesome.
which are really cute. It's me with my guitar.
Who colored that?
Someone in Japan did these.
Wow.
I just like put so much detail into everything, so I like that.
That's crazy.
It's been fun getting all the little notes from fans and
Yeah,
things
that
like
must
that.
be awesome. I'm sure once you guys officially open, it's going to be covered with stuff.
Yeah.
I bought you guys a gift.
Oh my gosh.
I saw that you love Lay's potato chips, and you guys did like a taste testing. So I saw these. I don't think you had them.
Oh my gosh.
Or maybe
Cheddar
you
bacon
did.
mac and cheese. They're really good for your voice. They're supposed to be good.
They are?
The oil is supposed to be
Guys,
good for your
I'm
voice.
saving the show right now with these chips. So if you want
Thank
to share those.
you.
And then we just have like a little card for your opening if you
Oh,
want to
thank
read
you
it
so
later
much.
on. No
Thanks,
problem.
guys.
Enjoy. I might eat those
Yes.
chips before we leave, but like that's fine.
Yeah.
So how did you first get involved with Deaf West Spring Awakening?
I actually got a direct message from Michael Arden on Twitter.
How cool is
and
that?
I think that he or Andy or someone had seen one of the videos I put out of one of my original songs, and I think the original vision for the voicing actors was to kind of hire singer-songwriters or to have sort of a real band feel. And so they were looking more at musicians and singer-songwriters than they were at actors. And they found my song, one of my original songs, Cold Water, I think, and they just messaged me. And I think it was a year before we even started production on the very first 99C Theater show, and I was like, waiting tables, like, yeah, sure. I'd love to be a part of it. I actually studied theater, so this was like a really great pairing of all the things I really like to do. So
That's
here we
amazing.
are. Yeah,
So
over a year later.
Did you know the show beforehand?
I had seen the show at the Amundsen on the first national tour, and obviously knew the music. I think I had sung Dark I Know Well in a vocal lesson, and I mean, the score is beautiful, and it's kind of right up my alley. It's in my wheelhouse. It's folky, it's rocky, it's poetic, so I was drawn to it for those reasons. Yeah.
It's such a beautiful show. And of
It
course,
really
I
is.
mean, this one's just incredible because you have this whole added element that feels like it should be in the show anyway.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people say when they walk away from seeing the show. Like, it's hard for them to imagine it in its original incarnation after they've seen it this way, because it's so deep and magnified. The themes are magnified so much more in this version, I think.
They really are.
Yeah.
I mean, and the sign language is just beautiful, especially the way it's used. Did you have any sort of training with sign language before you began?
The only thing I knew was the alphabet, honestly, and I had learned that in elementary school, but really I had no interaction with the deaf community prior to this, no lessons in sign, so this was a really new, scary experience for me, kind of being thrust into a situation where I wasn't, I didn't know how to communicate with the deaf cast members, but over the last year, a lot of the hearing actors, almost all of us except for Austin, had same story, didn't know sign, and we've all become pretty well versed and we've learned a lot of the language and we're able to communicate pretty well, so it's been amazing.
Yeah, you guys look like pros.
We do our best. And the deaf cast is really great about helping us. If we finger spell a word, they're really great about telling us what the sign is for that, and they're very patient while we slowly, get better and better. But it's been a really immersive experience, which they say is the best way to learn a language. So all of us have learned a lot about communicating better, I think, throughout this experience, for sure.
Definitely. Yeah, we ran into Miles outside,
Yeah.
and I was trying to say, hi, I'm Robert. I can do my name.
Yes.
Wait, that was R-O... Never mind. I can do it.
O-B-E-R-T.
Yeah, thank you. She did it for me. And he was kind of like, but he was so like sweet about it.
Oh my gosh, he's the best, yeah.
Do you have a favorite sign in the show?
Well, I only do two signs. The one is the end, not gone, and then my favorite sign I sign with Sandy is Fairy Queen. And that's what we do in the mirror, facing each other.
Yeah.
So I think that's probably my favorite sign, Fairy Queen.
That's a really cool one. I'm glad you brought that up because you play essentially one half of Venla. So you and Sandra, you guys share the part. And I mean, it's amazing the way the show starts, just the way you two are looking at each other in the mirror. And that's kind of an old theater exercise to follow each other. I'm wondering, are there any sort of exercises or things you guys do before each show to become more cohesive and connected? Because you seem like one person on stage.
Well, that particular moment in the show is really our moment of connection. We do have, we have like a 15-minute or so pre-show where we do lock eyes sometimes, and we always have our moment, backstage where we, give each other hugs and love, and but that moment at the top of the show is really, I think it really serves to illustrate how the show is going to work. She hands me my guitar, I hand her her Fairy Queen dress, and we have a moment of total connection with each other. And she watches me as I start to play guitar, and she begins to sign, and that's really the first moment that we get to it sort of serves that purpose for us. Yeah, so I'm really lucky that I get to have that with her, because it does feel like a ritual for me at the top of the show to do that with her. So
it's such a beautiful moment. I wish you guys could
favorites.
see it. I wish you guys could actually watch. Maybe one day if you just pretend to be sick.
Broadway World or Broadway.com or something just released some footage of that moment actually, and I was like, wow, it's so cool looking and beautiful. And that is the one thing, not being able to see the show, but luckily I've gotten to see some footage of it. And I mean, it's the first moment of the show, but it is really truly one of my favorite moments, and it's over so fast, but
yeah,
I love how the show starts, for sure.
So you of course are the voice, you're Venla's voice, yeah. And her voice is phenomenal. If you guys see the show, I didn't find one flaw with her voice. No cracks, nothing. You're so amazing.
Thank you.
I'm just wondering, because you are a singer-songwriter as well.
Yeah.
Do you have any kind of vocal warm-up you do? Is there anything that's your favorite thing to do before a show that really kind of gets you in that mode?
Yeah, I mean, all of them are pretty silly sounding, but a lot of the training I've had has served me in this show. I studied at UCLA, and I have a lot of voice and speech and vocal training, and I like to do lip trills, and one I really like is I had a teacher, Madelle, who I know a lot of musical theater people who have studied at various schools have worked with her, but she does this thing where she calls it like the angel blessing, and it's like hung la, and it really helps to sort of warm up kind of your soft palate, but all those things, yeah, I do a warm up before every show. I try to, yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Hung la. I should have done that. Hung la.
I
should have done that before this. So, ta-da!
And now my hair's in curlers.
Just getting ready for the show, man. I love it. Live theater. So besides belting the beautiful score of Spring Awakening, you are a singer-songwriter. You guys should check out her YouTube channel. I creeped. It's really good. I'm wondering, what generally inspires you to write a song?
I generally just draw from life experience. I'm really into melody, so sometimes the melody will inspire an idea or a word, and then I'll kind of build on a theme. Yeah, but what I love about this show is that it's not really that far from the kind of music that I write, and it doesn't feel like I'm using a different voice, like my Broadway voice. I love that I get to kind of be who I am in real life. Like in this show, I get to sing and play guitar the way that I would if I was just, doing a show of my own music. So
yeah, and it's amazing.
Yeah.
Comes across so incredibly.
Thank you.
You also sang on the Newsroom.
I did.
You had a great stint on there. I'm wondering, it's vastly different, but what do you find to be more fun, or do you prefer live theater or TV and film?
I prefer live theater just because to me it seems like the only remaining space that is in that moment, in that time, where people can have an interaction with a performer and a performer can have an interaction with an audience, and it isn't really captured for posterity. It's it's what you're feeling in that moment is what's happening, and there's more variety. It can vary from performance to performance. I had a great time shooting though on that show. It was my first real experience on a unprofessional set, and I got to play guitar with Jeff Daniels and meet a lot of amazing cast members. But I think from a performance standpoint, I just find it to be more rewarding being in live theater. Yeah.
Definitely. It's like an exchange of love for live theater.
Absolutely. And an exchange of energy. To me, it's more energetic, you know. It's this sort of positive feedback, energetic exchange that I don't think you necessarily get. The rewards come later in TV and film. So,
Definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, if I had your skills on the guitar, between takes on the newsroom, I would have like totally pulled Jeff aside and been like, Mark, yeah.
Oh man,
hey.
we were in City Hall in downtown LA and in the pews, you know, and he was just sitting jamming in the pews. He asked if he could use my guitar and showed me a couple licks, and it was great. He's a great guitar player, so it was a lot of fun. Yeah.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
And I know you don't have a lot of time, but you're about to go do the show literally right now. She's so sweet to take the time to talk with us. Just to end on an inspiring note for our viewers, what would you say is your most valuable piece of advice for aspiring performers?
There's so many, but I would say the one I always tell people is just say yes to everything when you're getting started, because you never know. Like, this was a 99-seat theater production, and we were making $20 a show. You know, I was teaching at a mall, and I would drive from work to the rehearsal theater and to the theater. And, you know, it felt like 2 full-time jobs, but it led me to this place here now. And, you know, if you'd have told me in a year you'll be on Broadway, I would have never believed you. So I say yes to everything, and then also just keep your eyes on the prize and keep yourself focused on your path, because, you know, your path will never ever be like someone else's path or someone else's journey. And so it doesn't serve you to look at someone else's journey. Just keep yourself focused on you and what your strengths are, and be patient and enjoy the process.
I love that.
Yeah.
Write that down, everyone. You better be writing that down. Well, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
She's got to go do a show, which you guys should all see. Spring Awakening. It's on Broadway right now. It's amazing. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you back there.
Thanks, Lexi.
For chilling. Yeah.
She plays the harp. She's awesome.
Yeah, she's amazing. Everyone in the show is incredible.
Really?
You guys got to go see it. She's going to go get ready. But first, I think we'll eat some chips.
Enjoy some Lay's chips.
Yeah.
I need them for my voice. Yeah.
They should really pay us to do this. Come on, Liz. Thank you guys so much.
Thanks.
Bye.